बहुत रूमर्स है स्पेशली इन आवर कम्युनिटी, पंजाबी कम्युनिटी, इंडियन कम्युनिटी, कि आप दुबई में लैंड ही नहीं खरीद सकते।
ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਖਰੀਦੋ
ਗਾ ਨਹੀਂ
but
ਪਾਉਣਾ
buy it
ਜ਼ਮੀਨ
in
ਤੇ।
a freehold area. Leasehold you can also buy. It's not like you can't, but it'll be on a lease. Can a non-resident buy property in Dubai?
Of course, anybody can buy a property in Dubai, anywhere in the world, sitting in your own country, and it's a 5 minutes process.
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਖਰੀਦ ਲਓ ਫਿਰ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋ ਹੈਨਾ।
नहीं, पहले खरीदने का मन बना लें, फिर हम बात करेंगे पेमेंट प्लान।
Now, what are the different types of properties available for investment?
So there are two types of properties. One is ready to move in and off plan. When you're buying a ready to move in property, you buy always in resale from another investor who has already bought a off plan property. इमार का पेमेंट प्लान बहुत अग्रेसिव है. You pay 80% during construction in 3 or 4 years, balance 20% on handover. But there are some developers who are offering 1% monthly payment plan. Let's say 20% डाउन पेमेंट, उसके बाद आपको महीने का सिर्फ 1% पे करना है टोटल प्रॉपर्टी वैल्यू का. सो गोल्डन वीज़ा लेने के बहुत सारे तरीके हैं, बट ईजीएस्ट एंड चीपेस्ट ऑप्शन होती है गोल्डन वीज़ा लेने की प्रॉपर्टी के ऊपर.
In your view today, what are the best areas in Dubai to invest in?
जहाँ पे एयरपोर्ट आ रहा है. सो वर्ल्ड का सबसे बड़ा एयरपोर्ट बन रहा है दुबई में.
Private jets can be parked there too, right?
Yes, my private jet. It's already there.
And don't worry, it's going to be yours only.
Of course, it's gonna be ours. You'll be my pilot.
Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Punjabi Sharks. Today we have a very unexpected guest. Not so unexpected. The usual suspect, Miss Manpreet Kaur, my wife and partner. Hello Manpreet.
सत श्री अकाल जी.
Sat Shri Akal.
और मैं गेस्ट नहीं हूँ, मैं इस शो की होस्ट भी हूँ.
Oh yes, guest nahi hai. She is the host. She is the owner of Punjabi Shark, 100% owner. Today, guys, is the first podcast we're shooting right after Manpreet founded her company. I'm sure you've seen all over social media, Kirpa Properties, right? Very exciting times. How do you feel, Manpreet?
Top of the world.
Yeah?
I loved it, the whole experience. I know थोड़ा सा अभी रफ हो गया सब कुछ. आई एम श्योर आप सब लोग मुझे मैसेजेस भी कर रहे हो, और बहुत सारे मेरे एग्जिस्टिंग इन्वेस्टर्स हैं, दे आर ट्राइंग टू रीच मी, एंड आई हैव बीन सो बिजी. आई एम सॉरी इफ आई वाज नॉट एबल टू रीच आउट टू यू और रिप्लाई टू योर मैसेजेस, बट माय टीम इज़ ऑन इट. दे आर ट्राइंग टू रिस्पॉन्ड ईच एंड एवरी मैसेजेस. बट ये सिर्फ 1-2 महीने का सिर्फ काम है. इसके बाद आई विल बी back full-fledged, and Kirpa is doing very well.
Yes,
First
I know.
month.
Very
Yeah.
good. Manpreet, I wanted to ask you, and I'm sure everyone would want to know, what's your vision for Kirpa? What do you want Kirpa to grow into? So what does Kirpa mean, and what's your vision for Kirpa?
Okay, so I'm sure most of you know what is the meaning of Kirpa. वैसे तो मैंने सोशल मीडिया पे बोल बोल के सबको बता दिया है. Kirpa means वाहिगुरु जी की मेहर, ऊपर वाले की ब्लेसिंग. तो मेरे सर पे हमेशा से ऊपर वाले की ब्लेसिंग रही है, डे 1 से. जहाँ से मैं आई हूँ, जिस बैकग्राउंड से, जिस जगह से मैं आई हूँ, वहाँ से यहाँ तक पहुँचने के लिए वाहिगुरु की ब्लेसिंग होनी बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि बहुत कम लोग होते हैं उतने स्ट्रगल से निकल के यहाँ तक पहुँचते हैं. तो मैं मानती हूँ कि हमेशा से मेरे ऊपर वाहिगुरु की मेहर रही है, तो इसलिए आई केप्ट द नेम जो मेरी एक्चुअल फीलिंग थी. तो और ये नेम कि मेरे विजन बोर्ड से पे लास्ट 1.5 साल से मेरे विजन बोर्ड पे है ये नाम. कृपा प्रॉपर्टीज़ नहीं था, कृपा मतलब कंपनी, हमने ग्रुप ऑफ कंपनीज़ का नाम रखा था, तो विजन बोर्ड पे लगाया हुआ था. तो बट आई डिडंट नो कि पहली कंपनी हमारी कृपा प्रॉपर्टीज़ होगा. विजन, कृपा का विजन है मेरे सारे इन्वेस्टर्स को हेल्प करना, स्पेशली जो दुबई में नहीं रहते, बिकॉज बहुत सारे लोग स्पेशली पंजाबी इन्वेस्टर्स ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, they want to buy a property in Dubai, but they don't have a reliable source, like जिनके ऊपर वो ट्रस्ट कर सके, जिनके ऊपर वो रिलाई कर सके. एंड आई वांटेड टू बिकम दैट पर्सन जिसके ऊपर वो रिलाई कर सके, जिनके ऊपर वो ट्रस्ट कर सके अपनी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स को लेके, या फिर अपनी हार्ड अर्न मनी को लेके. सो दैट्स माई विजन, हेल्पिंग माई इन्वेस्टर्स एंड ग्रो माई टीम टू 100 agents within a year, and I'll be moving to a 10,000 square feet office next year.
Thank you so much, Manpreet. And I know you're going to make it that far, even much, much higher than that. That's, I think, a very small goal you set for yourself. But very, very, all the best to you.
Thank you.
Going forward.
Thank you for always supporting me.
Of
And this
course.
was possible only because of you.
Oh,
अगर आपने मेरी हेल्प नहीं की होती तो मैं यहाँ तक नहीं होती.
of course.
वो जो moral help होती है ना, moral support, like you pushing me all the time, yes you can do it, that was more important. Guts तो मेरे बचपन से ही है मेरे अंदर, but जो आपने, you are my backbone in this, that's all I can say.
Always will be.
Yeah. So guys, आज का जो पॉडकास्ट है, दिस इज़ मोर अबाउट मेरे जो ओवरसीज़ इन्वेस्टर्स हैं जो दुबई में नहीं रहते, उनके बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, बेसिक क्वेश्चंस. तो वो क्वेश्चंस आज आंसर करेंगे हम. जे विल बी आस्किंग फ्यू क्वेश्चंस एंड आई विल बी आस्किंग फ्यू क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम जे, so that we can answer your doubts and questions.
So the first question I think everybody always has, I think it's not a question that's that hard to answer anymore. It used to be, but now I think it's an easy answer, easy question. So we'll start off easy. Why is Dubai a good place for real estate investment?
We all know कोई टैक्स नहीं है दुबई में, आप कोई टैक्स नहीं पे करते, आपकी पर्सनल इनकम पे कोई टैक्स नहीं है, आपकी रेंटल इनकम पे कोई टैक्स नहीं है, ना ही आपको कोई कैपिटल गेन टैक्स पे करना पड़ता है. लेट्स से यू बाइंग अ प्रॉपर्टी, आफ्टर 10 years यू सेलिंग इट, योर प्रॉपर्टी अप्रिशिएटेड 300%. जो भी कैपिटल गेन है, जो भी अप्रिशिएशन मिला है आपको, दैट गोज़ टू योर पॉकेट. यू डोंट पे टू अ गवर्नमेंट जैसे कि दूसरी कंट्रीज़ में होता है. मोस्ट ऑफ माई इन्वेस्टर्स फ्रॉम UK, US, कैनेडा, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, वहाँ पे कैपिटल गेन किसी कंट्री में तो 60% है, एनीवेयर बिटवीन 30 to 60% depending on value of the property. So that is not there in Dubai. That's why Dubai is the best place to invest your money. And then safety, of course. The whole world knows how safe Dubai is. We don't even lock our cars and doors, house doors, है ना. So that is there. And then being a girl, I would say I always felt safe here in Dubai. पिछले 11 साल से मैं यहाँ पे रह रही हूँ, तो मुझे कभी अनसेफ नहीं फील हुआ. I would happily live in Dubai all my life and with that peace of mind कि मेरे अगर बच्चे हैं या मेरे पेरेंट्स हैं, उनको मैं घर पे अकेले छोड़ के जा सकती हूँ. कम्युनिटी में अगर अकेले घूम रहे हैं तो मुझे कोई स्ट्रेस नहीं होगी कि बिकॉज इट्स all safe. You have 24-hour security guard or everywhere. Even in the communities you have security guards. You have nobody can enter your community without your permission. Basically, anybody coming into your community, they need to have an invitation from the resident if they have to come inside the community. So that is there. So safety, no tax, one of the top reasons you should invest in Dubai. बाकी तो बहुत सारे reasons हैं, opportunities, real estate, and many other reasons.
Manpreet was talking about safety in Dubai, but I think a lot of outside investors would want to know if, especially if they're investing their money not where they are and they have not much, like I wouldn't say 100% control over, right? How is their money going to be safe in Dubai, right? So I will answer that question because I think it is a question that people will have. How will my money be safe in Dubai once I invest? So it depends on what you're investing in. If you're investing in an off-plan property, make sure that you are investing with a developer or project that is registered in the Dubai Land Department. It's very easy to find out. You just go to Google, type in the project's name, and type Dubai Land Department behind it, and it should go to that go to Dubai Land Department's website and on the project's page. Or you can alternatively go to Dubai Land Department and search for the project. There's a service there that's called Project Status. So when you go on that, you search the project's name, it will show you all the information about the project, including the escrow account number. That's where you're going to be sending your money. So what is this escrow account? The escrow account is an account which is overseen by the Dubai Land Department, right? Being the government authority for registration of projects and making sure that projects are delivered on time, etc., etc. So this Dubai Land Department is overseeing this escrow account. When you're buying a property, you're sending your money to this escrow account, and that safeguards your investment. Why? Because before you can register a project, a developer has to commit 30% of the construction cost. That's the minimum, by the way, 30% of the construction cost to the Dubai Land Department. They have to deposit those funds into that escrow account. This developer has enough money to fund 30% at least, right? And because the market is so good, that's why that's 30%. Everything is selling right now. Even if the market goes down or dips, the Dubai Land Department will start increasing that percentage to safeguard the investors at the end of the day. So the escrow account is there so that the developer obviously cannot freely use that money. The developer can only use or withdraw money from there to pay for the contracting company, which is building the project
Exactly.
every month.
Yeah.
So what happens is, every month, let's say they want to pay the contracting company, they submit a request to the Dubai Land Department asking them permission to take out that much money. And Dubai Land Department sends somebody, an engineer, a technical person, to the project site to make sure that enough progress has been happening over that past 1 month. And then it's approved and then it's sent or withdrawn from the account and then paid to the contracting company. First of all, going into a safe account, it's not going somewhere where people can just withdraw it out and then do whatever they want. It's going to an account where it's overseen by the government. That's one. Second is, if you're buying a ready property, you are basically getting all the documentation that you would need. Property rights, especially if you're buying freehold, right? Most expats need to buy freehold property because it's yours forever, basically. And to get freehold property, you get a title deed. Once you buy the property, you obtain a title deed, which is in your name or whatever name you've chosen, your company's name or your individual name. And you can have as much as, I think, 4 partners in it, even more if you want to. I think there is a provision for more than that now. So that way you can secure yourself because you have a title deed, which is recognized by the Dubai Land Department and the Dubai courts, and it's legal. It's your legal right over that property. So that way you're secure too. So there's no issue of security anymore. The law here is basically a copy of British common law. That means when you're investing in London, you're basically getting the same rights. But here, yes, there are a few things they are improving, and we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But sorry for the long answer. Your money is safe when you invest in Dubai. Okay, next question. Can a non-resident buy property in Dubai?
Of course, anybody can buy a property in Dubai. You don't even have to come to Dubai. You don't even have to have a resident visa or residency in Dubai. You can buy a property from anywhere in the world sitting in your own country, and it's a 5 minutes process. All we need is your passport copy, email address, and phone number, and money for down payment. That's it. And everything is online. You will be sent a link for the payment if it's needed. Otherwise, you can pay via bank transfer directly to developer's escrow account. And process is very easy. Down payment करने के बाद आपकी reservation form होता है जो developer आपको directly आपकी email पे भेजता है, and you sign digitally. After that, once you complete your down payment, 20% down payment and plus 4% DLD, you will have a sales purchase agreement, which is an agreement between you and seller, between buyer and seller. Once you sign that document, it will be sent to a Dubai Land Department. And once Dubai Land Department, that means government, receives that SPA, sales purchase agreement, your property will be registered under your name officially in the government system. So you will receive a code via email, via registered email. So akud is an Arabic word for title deed. In many countries, they call it title or deed. And in India, we call it a registry paper. Here we call it akud. So akud you will receive via email, and once you have that, that's it. You're owner of the property.
Very good. That was something I missed when I was answering that question. That's a very important thing that you just mentioned. If you're buying off plan, what right do you have over the property? First of all, you have the SPA, which is it's a contract you sign with the developer. After you sign the SPA and you've paid, I think 20%, it's different for some developers, but 20% of the property value, then you can, then the developer registers that SPA with land department, and you get a code, the pre-title deed, right?
Right.
Which is your right over that off-plan property. Okay, great. Once it's ready, then you get a full title deed.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what are the different types of properties available for investment?
So there are 2 types of properties. One is ready to move in and off plan. When you're buying a ready to move in property, you buy always in resale from another investor who has already bought a off plan property many years ago. Now he's flipping, or maybe whatever reason he's selling it. So that's how you buy a ready to move in property. To buy a ready to move in property, you will pay only two payment methods. One is 100% cash. You should have 100% cash. या फिर आप mortgage करवा सकते हो. अगर आप resident हो तो आपको 80% mortgage मिलेगा. 20% would be your down payment. And as of now, the interest rate is anywhere between 3.8 to 4%. And if you are non-resident in UAE, you're still eligible to get mortgage, but you will get, I think, 50 or 60% mortgage, and 40% would be your down payment. Or interest rate is anywhere between 5.5 to 5.9%. And minimum जो पैसा बैलेंस आपके अकाउंट में होना चाहिए 45,000 दिरहम, जो कि पिछले 6 महीने से मेंटेन होना चाहिए. एक भी दिरहम उसमें से कम होगा, एक भी डॉलर उसमें से कम होगा, देन यू विल बी नॉट बी एलिजिबल टू गेट मॉर्गेज. एंड योर मंथली सैलरी शुड बी 25,000 दिरहम. In dollars, I think 10-15,000 डॉलर, 10,000 डॉलर or less than that. Yeah. So yeah, that's your ready to move in property. और ऑफ प्लान प्रॉपर्टीज़ होती है जो अंडर कंस्ट्रक्शन प्रॉपर्टीज़ होती है, वी कॉल इट ऑफ प्लान इन दुबई. सो अंडर कंस्ट्रक्शन प्रॉपर्टीज़ का मिनिमम कंस्ट्रक्शन पीरियड होता है एनीवेयर बिटवीन 2 to 4 years डिपेंडिंग ऑन हाउ बिग द प्रोजेक्ट इज़. एंड ऑफ प्लान प्रॉपर्टीज़ यू ऑलवेज बाय डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम डेवलपर. एंड उसमें क्या है, उसमें आपको मॉर्गेज नहीं मिलता, बट यू गेट फ्लेक्सिबल पेमेंट प्लान. You will pay 20% down payment, 4% stamp duty when you buy a property. उसके बाद बाकी की payment you will pay during construction in installments. Now those installments, payment plan structure is very different for each developer. Let's say for example Emaar का payment plan बहुत aggressive है. You pay 80% during construction in 3 or 4 years, balance 20% on handover. But there are some developers who are offering 1% monthly payment plan. Let's say 20% down payment, उसके बाद आपको महीने का सिर्फ 1% पे करना है total property value का, and जो balance बच जाएगा that you will pay on handover. So each developer has different payment plan. That is to discuss in next step when you buying a property. Yeah.
पहले खरीद लो फिर गल करो है ना.
नहीं, पहले खरीदने का मन बना लें, फिर हम बात करेंगे पेमेंट प्लान का कि आपको किस टाइप की प्रॉपर्टी. एक पर्पस ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट जानना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. प्रॉपर्टी बाय करने से पहले, इंक्वायरी करने से पहले आपको फिगर आउट करना चाहिए कि आपको प्रॉपर्टी ये करनी क्या है, किस लिए आप ख़रीद रहे हो. अपने रहने के लिए ख़रीद रहे हो, आपको फ्लिप करनी है प्रॉपर्टी, ट्रेडिंग करनी है, या फिर आपको रेंटल पोर्टफोलियो बनाना है. इट शुड बी वेरी क्लियर इन योर माइंड, बिकॉज हर पर्पज़ के लिए डिफरेंट प्रॉपर्टी ख़रीद सकते हैं हम. लेट्स से इफ़ यू बाइंग for flipping purpose, you want to flip after 2 or 3 years, then I will advise only villas and townhouses, because villas and townhouses appreciate the most. अगर आपका purpose of investment सिर्फ rental है कि आपको प्रॉपर्टी खरीदनी है और 5 से 10 साल के लिए छोड़ दिया, सिर्फ रेंटल पैसिव इनकम बनानी है, then I would advise go for apartment, because apartments will give you the most rental. But apartments does not appreciate as much as townhouses and villas. राइट. अगर आपको खुद को रहना है देन इट्स अ टोटली डिफरेंट स्टोरी. वो आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट पे डिपेंड करता है. आप 5 लोगों की फैमिली है या 10 लोगों की फैमिली है, तो दैट डिपेंड्स, दैट वी कैन फिगर आउट कि आपको विला चाहिए, अपार्टमेंट चाहिए, या स्टूडियो अपार्टमेंट चाहिए. सो दैट्स हाउ आई वुड एडवाइस कि प्रॉपर्टी बाय करने से पहले, इंक्वायरी करने से पहले, यू शुड नो कि आपका पर्पस ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट क्या है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन.
Oh, very good. Now, regarding now you've talked about different types of properties. What's the cheapest property I can buy in Dubai?
So सबसे cheapest property
even if it's ready, would you know?
Yeah. So there are some areas, I would say, not my favorite areas, जहाँ पे आप 4 लाख 5 लाख दिरहम में भी आप स्टूडियो अपार्टमेंट खरीद सकते हो. बट जो मुझे पसंद है, जो एरियाज़ जहाँ पे नॉट पसंद, आई मीन लाइक जहाँ पे मुझे लगता है कि पोटेंशियल ज़्यादा है प्रॉपर्टी ग्रो होने का और रेंटल अच्छा आने का, दोज एरियाज़ आर JVC, अरजान, JVT, स्पोर्ट्स सिटी, प्रोडक्शन सिटी, मोटर सिटी, क्लोजर टू द न्यू एयरपोर्ट और इन दुबई लैंड एरिया. वहाँ पे ग्रोथ अच्छी है एंड यू गेट गुड डेवलपर्स. सो एवरेज प्राइस for studio apartment is around 750,000 dirham, which is around I think $180,000 US. That's the cheapest property you can buy in Dubai. उसके बाद you have 1 bedroom apartment. 1 bedroom का average price is around 1.2 million dirham, which would be I think 300,000 US dollar. Yes.
One bedroom, 1.2. Yeah, that's around 300,000. Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
And 2-bedroom apartment average price is around 1.8, 1.9 million dirham. Talking about townhouses and villas, townhouses, पहली बात तो we are shortage of townhouses and villas in Dubai. But फिर भी 4-bedroom townhouses average price is around 650,000 US dollar. हमें द मैक आइलैंड्स जो नया प्रोजेक्ट है द मैक का उसमें मिल सकता है 650,000 US डॉलर में. अदरवाइज वी हैव अनदर डेवलपर इमार जिनके पास हमें मिल जाएगा 3-bedroom टाउन हाउस स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम अराउंड between 3 million to 3.5 million depending on which community. They have only 2 communities at the moment जहाँ पे हमें टाउन हाउसेस मिल सकते हैं. एक है द वैली बाय इमार, दूसरा है इमार साउथ जो कि नए एयरपोर्ट के पास में है. So yeah, I would say to answer your question in short, 750,000 AED dirhams में आप smallest property खरीद सकते हो दुबई में.
Off plan.
Off plan. अगर रेडी खरीदनी है तो 5 लाख से लेके 7 लाख dirham के बीच.
We want that, yeah.
You don't want that. You want 7 million property.
70 million.
Oh, तोड़ ना दो.
All right, very good. Thank you. Now, I hear a lot of people talking about the golden visa, this and that. Is there like, do you need a golden visa? Should people get the golden visa?
Definitely, it's an opportunity.
Why?
आपने देखा है ना कैसे कनाडा में ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जब उनकी नीड पूरी हो जाती है गवर्नमेंट की, because every country needs to grow their population, right? एक बार उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट फुलफिल हो जाती है, नीड फुल हो जाती है, सो गवर्नमेंट्स क्या है ना रिस्ट्रिक्शंस लगा देती है वीज़ास के ऊपर, तो वो डिफ़िकल्ट हो जाता है टू गेट टू दैट कंट्री या टू गेट दैट रेजिडेंसी, राइट? तो गोल्डन वीज़ा भी सेम है एट द मोमेंट. UAE and in Dubai needs more people, right? So they are offering flexible visa options, right? They want more people to come to Dubai. Once their need is fulfilled, once they know कि we have enough people, they're going to make sure कि वो इस पे restrictions लगाएंगे. So this is the right opportunity. अगर अभी दे रहे हैं so why not to grab it? तो requirements मैं बता देती हूँ गोल्डन वीज़ा की. So गोल्डन वीज़ा लेने के बहुत सारे तरीके हैं, बट easiest and cheapest option होती है गोल्डन वीज़ा लेने की प्रॉपर्टी के ऊपर. Once you buy a property worth of 2 million dirham, which is around 550,000 US dollar, you're eligible to get a golden visa. So 550,000 US डॉलर का आपको सिर्फ 20% पे करना है प्लस 4% DLD. इट कुड बी ऑफ प्लान प्रॉपर्टी, इट कुड बी अ रेडी प्रॉपर्टी, डजेंट मैटर. जिनके नाम पे प्रॉपर्टी खरीद रहे हैं उनको गोल्डन वीज़ा मिलेगा एंड दे कैन स्पॉन्सर देयर स्पाउस, किड्स, पेरेंट्स and 1 maid and 1 driver, and they will also get 10 years visa. 10 साल का वीज़ा होता है. You get Emirates ID, you get all the facilities. You can open a bank account, you can get a mortgage in Dubai, you can work freely wherever you want to. You're your own sponsor basically. And so yeah, this
easy.
is easy, very easy.
And the property's value has to be 2 million, but I guess all you need is to pay the first installment, right?
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's like you paid what, 10%, 20% you pay.
20% down payment plus 4% DLD. That's it. And every 10 years you can renew your golden visa. It's not like a one time hota hai. As long as you keep this property, you can renew every 10 years. But जैसे आप ये property बेच दोगे, your visa will be cancelled.
Got it. Thank you. Very good. So now you in the beginning you were talking about taxes, right? There's zero tax in Dubai?
There's a zero tax. But there's a corporate tax.
Oh.
तो ये question मेरे से आपको है. So no, you.
Oh, me.
So you tell us, what is corporate tax?
Corporate tax is tax on your profits as a company, if you're a company. And how much it is? It's 9% on your profits every year. If your profit is above 375,000 dirhams, right? So it's $100,000. So if you're above that, then you pay 9%. Very simple, right? You have to file every quarter. Actually, no, that's VAT. You have to file every year. I'm not very, very, let's say, knowledgeable about how it actually works. But I think we'll bring on a tax advisor.
Yeah, now we have a company. So I need to learn that as well.
Yes,
No,
very good.
another question from you.
No, there's another thing. VAT.
Oh, yes.
VAT is still there in property. You know,
Yes.
5% VAT value-added tax is also charged on property, but very
Only.
specific commercial properties. If you're buying an office or retail or anything that's commercial, then you have to pay 5% on top of the property value. That's really important because let's say you're buying a property, you should keep in mind that you're paying the VAT, plus you're paying the Dubai Land Department fees, which is 4%, plus you're paying 2% for the broker if you're buying a ready property. Talking about offices, retail,
Office.
shops, you still have to pay. You're paying 11% on top of your property value. That's a lot of money.
Yep.
So be careful, guys.
So इसीलिए यहाँ पे commercial इतनी popular नहीं है because you have to pay VAT, DLD. That's why residential is more in demand because there's no tax on residential. So ये VAT भी residential पे नहीं है, सिर्फ commercial पे है. However, question to you, you're a land expert. So
Tell
why
me.
don't you tell more about land? Like as a non-resident, क्योंकि बहुत रूमर्स है स्पेशली इन आवर कम्युनिटी, पंजाबी कम्युनिटी, इंडियन कम्युनिटी, कि आप दुबई में लैंड ही नहीं खरीद सकते.
जमीन जितनी मर्जी खरीदो,
गा नहीं
but
पड़ता
buy it
जमीन
in
पे.
a freehold area. Leasehold you can also buy. It's not like you can't, but it'll be on a lease, which will be, depending on where you buy, it could be 15, 20, 30, 60, 99, right? Year lease. So if you're buying leasehold, yeah, you can still buy leasehold. You can do that. But again, you have to keep extending. So instead of that headache, just buy in freehold area where you can buy the land and it's yours. That's it. You just have to pay service charges on it every year to the master developer for infrastructure and all that. So yeah, you
मुझे
can buy
बहुत सारे लोग क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं कि इंस्टेड ऑफ बाइंग फ्रॉम डेवलपर कैन वी बाय आवर ओन लैंड एंड बिल्ड आवर ओन हाउस.
Yeah.
एंड वो ऑप्शंस भी पूछते हैं एंड वी डोंट हैव मेनी ऑप्शंस, यू नो दैट.
Well, it's all in the secondary market. So you have to first figure out where all the freehold areas are where you can buy land, right? And then find out how much those plots are going for in the market and what kind of plots, what can you build on those plots, right? You have villa plots, you have
But
building
where?
plots.
Only in one location, which is the Jabal Ali Hills, which is
Not
very
really.
far.
You can go to Al Farjan, which is nearer to the city. You can go to the villa community. You can also buy plots. Maybe you can buy plots there. You can also go to Falcon City. There's some areas, Dubai Hills, for example, you can still buy plots. Those are a bit more high end, but you can still buy plots. So plots are
but-
available.
Yeah, but it's not in so much demand because people prefer living in a communities here in Dubai, and most of the plots, villa plots, are not inside the community. That's why people don't really prefer building their own and then reselling, right? So I have an investor who bought 2 villas from private developer who built 5 villas in total, and he bought 2 villas from this private developer. It was not inside the community in Al Farjan near the Gurdwara Sahib, and he is struggling to sell.
Yeah.
The only reason was price was good, the quality is amazing, very spacious, very nice house, but only issue he was facing was it's not inside the community. Because a lot of people say like, oh, when we are getting a community lifestyle next door, like 5 minutes drive from here, why would we buy a independent villa where there's no community, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So like most of those communities, the developer who's developing that community is building all the villas and selling them off plan.
Yeah.
Most developers wouldn't sell just plots, but Emar has done that.
But those are very expensive, starting from 40 million, 50 million. So that
So what?
those are
People have money.
yeah, I'm talking about mid segment. Like
Middle
let's
segment.
say 2 million, 1 million, 500,000 US dollars, 600,000.
You will struggle.
Yeah.
You will struggle to find a community where you can build like that.
So yeah, so don't even think about it. So it's too much of a work. Yeah.
Just
Anyways,
buy the house.
yeah.
All right. Next question. What are the payment plans and financing options available in Dubai?
I like the style.
No, I'm just kidding. What are the payment plans and financing options available in Dubai?
Okay, so payment plan मैंने पहले आपको बता ही दिया था कि every developer has different structure when it comes to payment plan. Some developers are offering 1% of total property value every month. So that means if the property value is 500,000 US dollar, you'll be paying only 5,000 dirham, $5,000 per month during construction. So each developer has different payment plan structure. For example, 70% during construction and 30% on handover. However, on under construction properties, you cannot get mortgage. You can only get mortgage on ready to move in properties. If you are looking to buy a property on mortgage, then look for only ready to move in properties. On ready to move in, I already explained earlier, you can get a mortgage as a non-resident, but you will get only 60% or 50% mortgage, and 40% would be your down payment. Interest rate is 5.5 to 5.9%, and you get anywhere between 20 to 25 years mortgage. It depends on your profile, and bank decides that. So we don't decide that, or you don't decide that. It's bank who decides.
Very good. Okay, amazing. In your view today, what are the best areas in Dubai to invest in?
It depends for what purpose. If it's for rental purpose, I would advise कि आप affordable segment में जाएं, जहाँ पे आपको स्टूडियो 7.5 लाख दरम 8 लाख दरम में मिल जाएगा, and one bedroom anywhere between 1.1 to 1.2 million दरम में मिल जाएगा. So affordable segments के areas है जैसे JVT, JVC, Arjan, Sports City, Motor City, Production City, Dubai Land area, Dubai Land Residence Complex, Silicon Oasis. These are affordable segment areas जहाँ पे आपको इस segment में properties मिल जाएंगी, and you make very good rental. But अगर आपका purpose of investment flipping है, flipping means आपने ऑफ प्लान खरीद ली अभी, और 3 से 4 साल बाद आपको फ्लिप करके प्रॉफिट निकाल के यू वांट टू बाय अनदर प्रॉपर्टी, basically trading, then I would recommend totally different areas like communities like the Mac Islands, the Mac Lagoons, Imar South, the Valley by Imar. So basically villas and townhouses in master communities with good developers, big developers, because आपकी property appreciate होती है जब आप किसी विला में इन्वेस्ट करते हो एंड अच्छे ब्रांड में इन्वेस्ट करते हो. सो पर्पस ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट डिपेंड करता है. सो दीज आर द लोकेशन विच आर वन ऑफ माई फेवरेट्स क्लोजर टू दुबई साउथ, जहाँ पे एयरपोर्ट आ रहा है. सो वर्ल्ड का सबसे बड़ा एयरपोर्ट बन रहा है दुबई में.
Private jet's going to be parked there too, right?
Yes, my private jet.
Yeah.
It's already there.
And don't worry, it's going to be yours only.
Of course, it's gonna be ours. You'll be my pilot.
All right. Another question for you. What is Dubai's long-term strategy?
That's a question for you, sir. Answer.
Dubai's long-term strategy?
Yes.
Dubai has a long-term vision, and they've clearly laid it out in something called the 2040 Vision 2040. That's what they've named it. And you can find this online anywhere. Just type in Vision 2040 and there'll be a big brochure, or I'll try to link it actually below in the
That'll
description.
be great.
Basically, Dubai's vision for 2040, which is where we're in 2025, so 15 years later, what their plan is, or what they expect Dubai to have, they're just planning for that, right? They're planning to obviously grow the metro network, metro lines. They're planning to introduce, or not introduce, but they plan to have the Etihad rail up and running. They plan to segment Dubai into different areas based on the locations. Like they'll have the prime areas, urban areas, then they have suburban, then rural areas, which are going to be further out, where they're going to have a lot of greenery as well. So their main vision is to, first of all, increase the population, right? Or these are like their targets, I would say. Target for population in 2040 is 5.8 million people. Okay, today it's about 3.8. So they want to grow it by just another 2 million, which is, I think, a pretty reasonable goal. But to grow it by 2 million, they still need a lot of infrastructure. That's why all the roads are being improved. All the roads, the highways, they're being widened. All the entry and exit points to a lot of communities are being added, right? Because a community like, let's say, Jumeirah Village Circle or JVC is still considered really, there's a lot of traffic, and there's a lot of people complaining about the intersections, about the entries and exits in that community. Plus, inside the community, there's a lot of, traffic lights that are not there in some places. So they've already set this in writing. They've already agreed that we're going to create 4 entry exits, 4 more entry and exits into that area.
They already have 4, I guess.
I think 4 more, right? Mm-hmm. And that will really help decrease the traffic. And then, because JVC is growing still, right? There's a lot of developments under construction. The population is going to double in 2 years in JVC. So I see that as a great thing. And then other areas all around Dubai, they're doing the same thing with all of them. So in terms of infrastructure, they're getting prepared for the 5.8 million. Thirdly, the metro lines, like I said, their plan is to have 80% or sorry, 100% of Dubai's population within 800 meters of a metro station or some kind of transport link, bus station, metro station, whatever, so that everything is connected in Dubai by public transport. So you won't need a car really. And you can see big cities like New York or Tokyo. I mean, they're much bigger in terms of the population, but they have basically made sure that public transport is available everywhere you go. You will not be far away from anything. So Dubai wants to do the same thing.
I was looking at Dubai Development Authority's website. So, guys, this is a website which is by the government here. So, you should look at that as well. So, I was looking at their map a few days ago. I was looking at the metro line. So, they have actually planned the whole city कि कहाँ पे metro station आएगा. That means अगले 10 years में पूरे दुबई में metro network होगा. On every station. Even next to our community, there are 2 stations. I was looking at the map. Every community in Dubai, till Dubai land, will have metro station.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. But in the next 10 years, Dubai is going to change totally.
Yeah, definitely. So there's a lot more things that are in that 2040 plan, but I would recommend you actually go and see the document yourself so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And it's
then
incredible. They have
take it forward.
actually a website for this. So you don't even have to do your research. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
go to the website.
Actually, I was looking at something today where, let's say you see a problem in terms of infrastructure or any problem with any government authority that you may have that, you think this is something they could improve. You can actually make a suggestion on a website called 04.gov.ae. Check it out, guys, where you can actually make a suggestion or even a complaint or even just a comment. Say whatever you want. And that is actually taken by the government and actioned on. It's not like, you type it in, you spend your time, it goes and nothing happens. They actually do something about it.
That's incredible.
That's amazing. So it's like a very, very good feedback loop that they have, positive feedback loop. If you have something, a problem that you see and you can come up with a solution, of course they're gonna help. They're gonna benefit. You're gonna benefit as well.
True.
So that's why they're doing that. So it's a good strategy, I think.
Right.
Okay. Next, I think we should continue on this note about Dubai's vision and everything. Where do you see, let's say there's areas that are good to invest in right now, right? Where people can still make a good rental income. But like you said before, that JVC, JVT, Arjan, these areas are good for holding and then getting the best return on, right? What about areas that are prime areas like downtown and Marina and Palm Jumeirah? What do you see happening there? Because it's built.
True. So there are not many projects which are launching off-plan projects in those areas क्योंकि already plots खत्म हो चुके हैं वहाँ पे. Downtown में there are barely any plots left. Everything is sold out. Marina में nothing left. There was a last plot left which was launched a couple of month ago. Palm Jumeirah पे there are still options available, but price per square feet is starting from 7,000 dirham per square feet. And it depends purpose of investment. Again, do you want a waterfront property? Do you want to live on an island? Yes, some people don't mind paying that price if you have unlimited money, 7,000 dirham per square feet. But I would recommend to invest someone in an area where it's upcoming area, है ना? जैसे Dubai South. Dubai South is an upcoming area, so that's where you can actually expect more appreciation and expect your money to be doubled in the next couple of years, right? But if you'll ask me, if you have to invest in Palm Jumeirah or Marina today, in downtown today, and you expect your property to double, no, it won't happen. I have a property, you know that. So I bought it in 2022? 2023.
How much did you buy it for?
1.5 million.
How much is it worth today?
1.8 million.
Still good.
Is it good?
How much rent did you earn?
110,000.
Okay, so 2 years you
But
had
net
it.
नहीं है ना वो. Sorry, हाँ तो वो
Oh,
है
because you
gross
have a mortgage on it.
mortgage on it. Then I am paying service charges 18,000 dirham.
How much are you paying per month for the mortgage? 6,000.
6,000.
So 6,000 times 12, that's 72,000 towards the loan. 18,000 is your service charge. So 90,000 is gone.
I'm making what, 4,000 dirham, 3,000 dirham?
No. 110,000 is your rent. So 110 minus 90, that's 20,000 in your pocket.
So that means I'm making what, 1,500 dirham per month?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Well, look, you're not paying for anything from your own pocket. The property value has gone up 300,000, right?
Yeah.
You've only invested into this property from your pocket around, what, 40%?
600,000, yeah. Yeah, I did 40%.
Okay.
Because it was my first mortgage.
600,000. So you spent 600,000 on it, plus the DLD, plus everything, 600 and whatever, 50,000, let's say, out of your pocket. You're making 20,000 on that today. It's not a great return, that's for sure. It's not the best. But look, property value's gone up 300,000, plus you're getting 20,000 a year. So you've made technically 340,000.
But I don't call this a good investment. I call that studio apartment which we bought.
Where?
That in
So how much
JLT.
did we buy that for?
500,000? 520,000.
Okay, so we bought it for 520,000, and if we were to sell it today, I guess we would sell it for 600,000, 620,000,
More than that.
620,000. Yeah.
And the rent in today's market in that area is around 60,000. Even if we don't sell it, we are making around 11% rent.
Yeah.
And it's getting handed over end of this month, end of this year, right?
Hopefully, yeah. It's a huge project.
Yes.
It's a massive project.
And it's a good location, huh? It's
very good.
right next to the Taj Hotel, and it's massive. You have what is the building name?
Seven City.
Seven City. I have a property and I don't even remember the name.
Yeah. And what about the other one, the Aldar one?
Aldar one.
That's also a good investment.
That's
I
a good
think.
investment. Yeah.
Because we got a 3-bedroom townhouse for 2.7 million. We're paying 65% during construction and 35% on handover. So easily we could pay the 65 over the next 3 years, right? We've already paid 30%, 35% left. We'll pay. Already the prices there have gone up a little bit. We think we could, if we were to sell it today, for 3 million, I think.
Yeah, that's the market price, 3
Yeah,
million.
yeah.
That's a good investment, but we are not selling. We'll sell it once it's ready, and we'll make 100 million from that property. Joke.
Okay.
Joke.
All right.
Anyways, next question.
Okay, so what's the process of buying a property in Dubai? Is there anything related to legal? Is there going to be a lawyer involved, or how does it work?
So दुबई में lawyer की ज़रूरत नहीं होती. I know बहुत सारी countries में you need to have a lawyer before you buy a property, let's say UK. But Dubai में you don't need lawyer. You directly deal with developer or a broker. So everything is online. Even if you're buying a ready property, off-plan property, you directly deal with the developer and your broker. So there are no lawyers involved. There are no hidden charges. जो भी होता है सब कुछ transparent होता है. You pay property value. जो भी property की value उसके ऊपर 4% DLD. If you're buying a off-plan property, you don't pay any commission to the agent. We are covered by a developer. If you're buying a ready-to-move-in property in resale market, we are not covered by developer or a seller. We are covered by buyer. So buyer has to pay 2% commission. So you're paying property value, 4% DLD, 2% commission plus VAT of that 2%, and 4,200 dirham trustee fees, and then 530 dirham is for title deed. That's all you pay in resale market. So there are no hidden charges like other countries, because ये बहुत common question है जो मेरे overseas investors पूछते हैं कि is there hidden charges, क्योंकि हर एक NRI इंडियन का bad experience रहा है इंडिया में. तो वो सारे ना इंडिया का एक्सपीरियंस यहाँ से कंपेयर करते हैं. तो जो वहाँ से ट्रॉमा मिले होते हैं इंडिया से, वो यहाँ पे पूछते हैं कि ऐसा तो नहीं होगा, ऐसा तो नहीं होगा. तो मैं हमेशा उनको बोलती हूँ कि यहाँ पे दुबई में ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. इट्स वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. और दूसरी बात, आप किरपा से बात कर रहे हो, तो आप किरपा से बात कर रहे हो, तो किरपा इज़ बिल्ट ऑन ट्रस्ट एंड लॉयल्टी. सो वी विल नेवर गाइड यू रॉन्ग. वी विल मेक श्योर कि आपको सही गाइडेंस मिले और सही प्रोजेक्ट की इन्फॉर्मेशन दें. सो या, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
So everything looks good. What are some disadvantages of buying in Dubai?
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਰੋਟੀ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ. ਚਲੋ, let's talk about our shaadi. Many people are very interested in how we got married
We
in
have
2
3
days.
minutes. We have 3 minutes.
3 मिनट में हम 2 दिन की शादी कवर
हाँ,
कर सकते
करो।
हैं. बताओ.
आप बताओ.
आप बताओ.
आप बताओ.
आप बताओ.
No, you tell us.
So guys, हम लोग 2 दिन में हमारी शादी हुई है इंडिया में. We went to India just for my mom's checkups and we decided to get married. But I
Like
think
that.
इसके लिए हमें पूरा एक 10 घंटे का पॉडकास्ट चाहिए, है ना?
Okay.
हमें.
So if you guys are interested to know the story behind our wedding and how it happened, please comment below wedding. And if we get 100 wedding comments, then we'll do it. Otherwise, we won't
100
do it.
wedding comments.
Yes.
And बोलो nation wants to know मनप्रीत की शादी कैसे हुई and Jay की शादी कैसे हुई.
हाँ, मनप्रीत की शादी.
हम दोनों की शादी, sorry.
Marriage is only possible with 2 people. Hope you understand that.
Yes. Anyways, thank you, Jay. Thank you for taking.
No, thank you. I'm the host this time.
Okay.
Relax. Thank you, Manpreet, for the insights into Dubai's real estate market. Thank you so much for introducing Kirpa as well. How do people find you and Kirpa? Like, how do they reach out to you?
सबको पता है, किसी को फाइंड करने की जरूरत नहीं है मुझे.
Really?
मैं
How?
हर रोज उनके पेज पे होती हूँ. For you पेज पे.
Okay, got it, guys. So check out Kirpa's Instagram page. What's it called?
Kirpa Properties.
Kirpa Properties.
Kirpa.properties. वैसे तो सबको पता है, हमें बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. So guys, अगर आपको प्रॉपर्टी खरीदनी है दुबई में और आपको सही गाइडेंस चाहिए, प्लीज़ रीच आउट टू अस एंड माई टीम. मेरी टीम हमेशा अवेलेबल रहती है. वी वर्क टिल 11 o'clock 12 o'clock इन द नाइट. अगर आप वर्ल्ड के किसी भी कोने में बैठे हो, वी विल मेक श्योर कि हम अकोमोडेट करें. मोस्टली हमारे इन्वेस्टर्स वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज से होते हैं. दैट्स वाई वी वर्क टिल 12 और 1 o'clock इन द नाइट, क्योंकि वहाँ पे उस टाइम पे दिन हो जाता है. सो मेक श्योर अगर आपकी कोई भी इंक्वायरी है दुबई की प्रॉपर्टीज़ के बारे में, सो रीच आउट टू अस. ईमेल मेरी डिस्क्रिप्शन में लिखी हुई है. So Kirpa is always there to help you. Thank you so much for watching this podcast.
Thank you, G. And enjoy the rest of your day and night or wherever you are in the world. And let's do the next one very quickly.